Hey guys, it's Carolyn. Let me know when you join so I'll know when to start with our project tonight. I hope everyone's had a good day. Just let me know when you hop on. Today we're going to be looking at a new Halloween suite and playing with some of the pieces of the suite and making a card. Just let me know when you hop on. We'll wait a few minutes. If you'll say hi when you hop on so I'll know you're there. We'll wait just a couple of minutes and see if anyone else joins before we get started. I hope you've had a good day. I'm excited because we've got all these new online exclusives that are coming out on July the 1st. So what I'm showing tonight is one of those online exclusives. Last week, we did Christmas with one of the new online exclusives. And so tonight we're going to see Halloween. And see if I can find some of the things we did last week so I can just show you in case you didn't get to watch last week. Kind of looking through my stuff here. While I'm waiting for others to join, here's one of the cards we did, or one that I'm not sure which one I did live. It might have been this one. I can't remember. And then we made a couple, or showed a couple of quilt cards. These are similar. I just embossed only the designer series paper on this one, and I embossed the whole card on this one. And then we made a cute little tag as well. Last week I had you vote to see if you want to do Christmas or Halloween. So the vote last week was Christmas. So I thought I'd do Halloween for the ones that didn't get to see Halloween last week but had voted for it. If you'll just say hello when you hop on so I'll know you're there. We'll get started in just a minute or two. Looks like Anne is on. Hello, Anne. Well, let's go ahead and get started. It's about 5 minutes after. This is the new Frightfully Fun Sweet Collection that will be coming out July the 1st. And I'm just going to show you all the parts that you get. You get a stamp set that's got a lot of cute little images and Boo to You, Happy Halloween, Trick or Treat. And then you have dies that go with it. Some of the dies will cut out your stamped images here. But there's also Designer Series paper that comes with it, and it'll cut out some of the images on that. Then you've got this embossing folder with the swirls and the stars. It's called Swirls of Magic. A friend of mine mentioned too that this would be great for Christmas, and I've actually already seen a lot of demonstrators that's got this in their pre-order making Christmas cards with this. So that was really a great idea. And then you get a pack of Gable boxes. Let's see, 10 of them. This would be cute for your special trick-or-treaters, like if you still make a little treat box or something for your kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews. I wouldn't make these for all your trick-or-treaters, but for your special trick-or-treaters, this would be something neat to make their candy or put their candy in. Then we've got this iridescent black ribbon. I don't know if you can see the shimmer on the camera on it, but it's really pretty. And you've got the adhesive back dots, ghosts and bats. You've got some white up under there, white and black dots. Take it out a little bit so you can see. But look at let me put it back on here so you can see it better. The bats and the ghosts are so cute. See that? And then we have the paper, which y'all know I love all the Designer Series paper. So you've got this with all these cute little cats, different kind of cats. And one of the dies, I believe we'll cut out this one right here on this page. And also these, the cats that look like they're scared. It'll cut out those. Then on the back of this one, you've just got your stripes. Then you have this neat piece that you can cut and make several scenes out of for cards. And you've got those swirls and stars on the back of it. Then you've got this one that's got ghosts, cats, and bats on it. And it's kind of a cute little paper. And on the back you've got stars. And then this one with the bats and the ghosts. Don't the ghosts look happy? And then you've got spider webs on the back. And then here's a black piece with the ghosts and bats. And you have orange spider webs on the back of it. And then lastly, you've got, similar to that one of the first pieces I showed you with the orange, you've got it in the gray and black. And then you've got the orange stars and swirls on the back of it. All right, so who's ready to make a card out of this? Let me move some of this out of the way that I was showing you and get my supplies out here. We'll make a card tonight, and I'm also going to show you just a couple other things. Actually, let me show you. Might go ahead and show you the couple of things I die cut. So first, here's as I was mentioning, the die cuts. We'll cut out some of the paper. That's one of the little scaredy cats that it cut out. And Then here's the little ghosts that cut out. It also cuts out this image. So you can either, one of your stamps will fit this image. Or here's what I did. I combined the two. And it just makes your ghost a little more substantial. So you can do either or. And that may have been all I had for now. Okay, so let's get our papers out and make a card. The first thing I wanted to do, I'm making my card out of, I'm not using any of the Designer Series paper on this. I wanted to use some different colors that's not in the paper. So I'm using Highland Heather and Smoky Slate on mine. And I want to emboss this with that cool embossing folder. Where did I put it now that I put my stuff aside? Here we go. So I'm just going to put that in my embossing folder. Get my machine out here. And grab my plates. Alright, so let's run this through and see what it looks like. I've not used this folder yet, so I'm kind of excited to be using it. Alright, we'll see together what it looks like embossed. Oh, that's so pretty. What do you think about that? I love that. And that will be pretty like on some red or green at Christmas. So this could be used for both. Yeah. Okay. So we've got that piece made. Now we're going to do a little bit of stamping and coloring. I need me a scrap piece of paper here, because I'm going to be coloring with my blends. So I want to make sure I don't get it on my surface here. So I'm going to go in with some black Memento ink to stamp. And let's see, I'm going to do Happy Halloween here at the bottom. And then I'm going to do the cat with a little witch's hat on him and color him. There we go. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to use my Highland Heather markers to color the hat. And then I'll use, thank you, Sherry. Then I'll use, let's see, Smoky Slate. I'm using the dark one to color in the cat. So let me do the hat first, since it's the most coloring. I'll first just fill in with the light, and then I'll go back into some of those areas that look like they're folded with the dark one. And then I usually go back in with the light one again and just try to blend it a little bit. I think this is a cute set to have. And I feel like the price is good on it too, because you're getting 7 items. You're getting the stamps, the dies, the Designer Series paper, 12 by 12 Designer Series paper, the embossing folder, the ribbon, and then the bats, ghosts, dots, and There's one more thing. I said, oh, the Gable boxes. The Gable boxes, 10 of those. And for all 7 of them, I believe it's right at $98. $98.50. So you get a good bit for that with this collection. Seems like some of them we pay for don't come with quite that much. We still get a lot in our other collections, but this just seemed to have quite a bit in it. I was impressed. Okay, now I'm just going to go in with my light again and kind of blend the dark out with it so it's not quite as harsh. Just go over it, and that just, no random way to color. I'm just making sure I go over everything. Okay. And now I'll just color in my cat. Thank you, Christine. Christine says it's cute. Christine has a cat. Well, my husband will kill me if he hears me say this. We sort of have a cat. We can't have a cat inside because my husband's allergic to cats. But we've had one that's been hanging around our house now for a while, and we started feeding it. So it's been coming back, and every now and then I catch my husband talking to it and playing with it a little bit. And so I tease him and tell him he has a cat, but if you say that to him, he'll deny it. Okay, so we've got that colored. And I wanted to mention this piece of paper is, I like this because you can line it up and get your measurements. 2 inches by 3 3/4. And the reason I cut it this size, I went ahead and pre-cut my tag that's in with the dies. It fits perfectly on the tag, that size does, just like that. I want to do a little stamping on my tag though. Let's see, let me get my smoky slate out. And we're just going to do a little tone on tone stamping. If I can get my ink open. There we go. And I'm going to use, this is just a little tiny stamp with some stars on it. And I'm just going to stamp around the edges where it'll be seen so that it won't look so boring when you get the middle of it in there. And I like to turn my stamp different ways just so that it doesn't have any like set pattern to it. And just stamp around the edges. Just make sure they're filled in good. Maybe get a few more on this side. Yeah, let me get just a couple more up here where it can be seen. There we go. Hi, Carol. Carol's joining us now. Thank y'all for commenting. I really appreciate that. It makes me feel like I'm not sitting here talking to my phone camera. I like when y'all talk to me. Okay, so then we'll just glue this down right on top of the tag. I'm just going to put that right in the center. Okay. All right. And we'll do just a tiny bit more stamping, and then we can put our card together. Here it is. Lost a piece for a second. we're just going to stamp something to go on the inside of the card. So this is a piece of 4 by 5 1/4. And I got a little glue there. Let me just flip it over. I'm going to use my smoky slate again and use the spider web to just stamp in the corner. And I think I'll do opposite corners. Do one here up top. And then one down here in the bottom. And let's see. I need to pull another stamp out. I thought I had them all out. I think on the inside I'll use the Trick or Treat one. Let me get it on a block real quick here. Do you guys have a lot of trick-or-treaters where you live? Our neighborhood has some, but most of the kids in our neighborhood have grown up now, so we don't have as many as we used to. Okay, and I'm just going to put that right here in the middle. Okay, and I think we're ready to put everything together. Alright, so I'm using Smoky Slate for my card base. Let me get my bone folder out so I can get that edge nice and sharp. And we'll put our inside piece down. Okay, and then we'll put our embossed piece on the front. I really do think that pattern's pretty. I'll just get that kind of in the center there. Okay. And now we're going to put our tag on. But I was thinking I don't know, I might put the ribbon. I don't know if I can get it fed through there or not. Let me see. My take your pick tool, if I can get it thread through there. We might use some ribbon on it. Or maybe I won't need it. Maybe I won't need it. Pull it down tight there. All right, we'll cut those tails off here in a minute. What do y'all think so far? You like this card? And I want to put this on with some dimensionals, I believe. Let's see. Oh, Sherry says we don't get trick-or-treaters. They all go to the trunk-or-treats. Yeah, we have a lot of trunk-or-treats around here too with churches and stuff, which is nice. And Christine gets a lot of trick-or-treaters. Yes, Christine is my sister, and I've been at her house on Halloween, and they have, yes, a ton of trick-or-treaters. Okay, I'm going to take the backs off of these. Oh, yes, Stampin' Up! Cardstock is nice. It's kind of one of the reasons, or one of the things that drew me to, there's several things that drew me to Stampin' Up!, but one was the quality of their cardstock. After I found it, I quit looking for cardstock to use because theirs is just such high quality. I felt like I didn't need to look any further. I'm going to put that on there, kind of catty-cornered like that, and then... Let's see, which way do we do these? Like this? I want to angle it. Okay. And where did my dots go? I think I'll scatter just a few little dots on it. Or should I do the bats? Or should I do the dots? I either think I need to do some dots around here. Tell me, white or black? And then tell me if you want the bats, if you want black. And that's what we'll do. White or black dots or the bats? Let me know what you think. I want y'all to help me make this card, so tell me which ones you want on here. Carol says, nursing home residents like cards with a piece of candy. That's a good idea. Yeah, I think nursing home residents would appreciate cards and little piece of candy or something with it. Is nobody going to vote for the dots or the bats? Oh, Christine says bats since it's Halloween. Okay, let's do some bats then. All right. These are a little bit bigger. I've been playing with them some, but these bigger ones are a little bit harder to pick up with your pick tool, but they're bigger, so I could actually just pick them up with my fingers here. Let's see, let's do one here. Maybe one up here. There we go. What do you think? You like this one? Oh, good. Sherry said bats. Uh-oh. And you got outvoted. White dots would look pretty around the purple. So I want to show you a couple more cards that I made when I was playing with this set. I used the striped paper from the designer series paper on this one, and I stamped the little cat that looks like it's scared and stamped Boo to You. And then on the inside I've just got Happy Halloween, and I put the spider webs on it too. And then I did this one, and it's that that piece that had all the trees across the bottom. I went to the middle section so I could use the moon, and I'm gonna get it up a little bit closer, but I don't know if you'll be able to tell or not. I used Wink of Stella, so for me, up here close and personal, I can see it like the moon is shining. I don't know if you can tell it there. And then let me show you my mistake. When I was making this one and got it put together, I went to put something on the inside, and I put it on wrong. So I will cut this and put it on the right side of the card and get a complete card out of this in the next day or two. Do any of you ever do that? Or is it just me? It seems like I always make some little mistake like that, but that's okay. In card making, there's not a lot you just can't fix, you know? All right, so here's my 3 cards. Let me see if I can fit them all in frame. I believe that's mostly in frame. So let me know which one's your favorite. Carol says Lily. Lily's her Pomeranian. I had her on a video, I think over the weekend, maybe last week or over the weekend, and she is very cute. So let me know which one you like the best. We'll just say card 1, card 2, card 3. Oh, that's a good idea. Ann says you could make an April Fool's card like this one where you've got it backwards. That is a great idea. I'll have to remember that. That is a very good idea. I think I'm kind of partial to this one, even though I put it together backwards. Once I fix it. I like that Wink of Stella on there, making it look like the moon's shimmering and shining. Oh, thank you, Christine. She says she likes all 3. When I have card class and we finish making our classes, I always like to ask the ladies who come to class which one's their favorite. Does anybody have a favorite out of these? Oh, Sherry, thank you. Sherry likes them all. Thank you. Well, that is all I have for the Halloween preview tonight. I like to try to keep my lives to about 30 minutes because I know everybody's getting towards the end of a long week, and if you're like me, you're just getting home from work sometimes, and especially I'm on the East Coast, so it's now 7:30 here, but if you're watching somewhere on the West Coast, I know you probably are just getting off work and getting home. So anyways, I do appreciate you spending this time with me. And in July, we're going to do Christmas in July every Thursday. So that will start next week. We'll be running into July next week. It's hard to believe half of our year's already over. So we have more than just the set I showed you, the Sweet Collection, coming out July 1st. That's Christmas. So I'll have some more to show you starting next week, and we will tackle some Christmas projects. Oh, Carol says she likes too, the little cat. Thank you so much. I appreciate your comments and for tuning in and watching tonight. Like I said, I do a live every Thursday, and we'll start Christmas next week. Appreciate y'all so much, and I will see you in a week. Have a good evening.